Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up kovray, a couple that loves
To play board games.
Yeah.
You're very wintry and I'm very summery.
Vibe.
What season is it? Do we know?
Well.
This is our Check It Out series where we showcase various games to you in hopes of inspiring you to play them.
Exactly, and this week we're going to take a look at Abstract Strategy. Abstract Academy. It is an abstract strategy game. That is my fault. I just got so excited.
Abstract Academy is designed by the wonderful team from Flatout Games of Molly Johnson, Robert Melvin, and Shawn Stankewich. Now, this game is published in partnership with Crafty and Flatout Games.
In Abstract Academy, you'll play the role of an artist who is taking part in Abstract Academy.
You want to compete against the other students and be the very best.
Exactly, but the problem is, there's been budget cuts.
So you only have to share one canvas.
So you'll be competing to create the best art on the same piece of canvas.
How does that work?
Well, let's find out by taking a quick look at how to play the game.
You'll begin by setting up. For the purpose of this video, we'll be showing you a two-player game. Now you'll shuffle all decks and each player will get 3 canvas cards to start. The first player will get the teacher's pet card and you're ready to go. Abstract Academy is played over 3 rounds. At the beginning of each round, each player will draw an inspiration card to their hand. And the scoring line for the round will be revealed. For the first round, you'll be studying color theory, which means 1 assignment of each color. These are your scoring objectives. Now on your turn, you'll place a canvas card, then draw back up to 3. With the exception of the first card, each canvas card played must be orthogonally adjacent to an existing card. Together with your opponent, you'll be painting to make a 4x4 canvas. Once a 4th card is played in any row or column, that axis is locked. Now the row closest to you is your home row. As soon as it is established, only you may be able to play in your home row. Now you'll keep playing until the 4x4 grid has been filled. Now it is time to score. And the 2 rows closest to you, the 2x4, will be your scoring zone. Each canvas card has 4 quadrants, and it can be one of the 3 primary colors. Each set of orthogonally adjacent quadrants of the same color is a single color area. A color's area size is equal to any number of quadrants in it. Now let's look at your scoring objectives. First, you'll score your inspiration card. You may reveal your 1 inspiration card if you fulfilled it. It doesn't matter what color it is, as long as it exactly matches the pattern on the inspiration card. Then you'll score assignment cards. These are cards that were laid out at the beginning of the round. Here we have the largest red area, most yellow areas, and most blue areas with only 1 quadrant. When there's a tie, the player with the teacher's pet card must give the teacher's pet card to the opponent and claim the contested card. Last but not least, you'll score the professor cards. Now, professor cards aren't scored this round, but typically they look like this. The claimed cards will be placed face down in front of you. You're now ready to go to round 2. Now in round 2, you're working on the composition. So you'll be competing for the 2 professor cards. And the last round is a final project, where 1 professor card will be drawn and 2 assignment cards of any color drawn and placed in any order. Don't forget, at the beginning of each round, you'll get a new inspiration card. At the end of the game, you'll reveal all the cards you've collected and scored, and the player with the most wins. Will you be the most talented artist? So what do you... It's so small.
It is so small.
What do you think?
Yeah. It's tiny, but it packs a punch to the brain. It really does. I feel like it's as simple as playing and drawing cards, but you really have to think and react to what the other players are doing, just so you can hopefully score as many points as you can.
The folks at Flatout Games are some of our favorite designers and make some of our favorite games. So I was really excited to try this one. Yeah. And again, it just completely demolished my poor brain. Because I feel like every game is so different and there's so many different elements that have to be considered. Not only are you kind of trying to do your inspiration tile, but because the grid is not set until later in the game, it really makes you think, because is the card I'm playing here going to be card that's scored for me? Yeah. Or is it not? Because it could not be not.
And then you add 4 players to it, and it's like, is this card going to be shared by the person on my right and the left, or on the left? And like, yeah.
I definitely prefer the 4-player version
too, yeah.
because I feel like it's just such a brain crunch to try to figure out what's the best action you can take for you. So I definitely look forward to playing this more 4 players.
Well, and that too, I feel like it's more like take thatty at 4 players, and I appreciate that because I mean, it's one of those games where it's like an unintentional take that. There's only so many spaces that you can play, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's this space open. I need to obviously play a card that's going to mess so-and-so up.
Or benefit me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So why should you check out Abstract Academy?
Well, I think look at it. It's small, and which obviously means it's portable. So you can like bring this game anywhere you want, and it'll just take up a small amount of space, so you can show it to a lot of people. And because it's just a play and draw type of game, it's pretty easy to teach.
Yeah, and you kind of learn as you go. You see the mistakes you make. Like you're actually in the academy. You're sharing this canvas, and all of a sudden, the nasty student right here takes it over and ruins your part.
Oops, I put some yellow over here.
So I think that's what makes it really clever, because it does feel very thematic, and it feels very to what you're trying to do. And with the gold cards varying every round, there's different challenges that kind of arise with that as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it really changes the game up.
Yeah, and they're like the red or the like what are they? The lesson goals. Assignments. Yeah.
Assignments and professors.
The assignment goals are very like oriented to the colors. The professor goals are usually like some broader.
So like the largest area, for example. And then
my favorite is like the most chaotic one, where you have to have like a lot of one color and a little of another. Yeah.
Or so the balanced composition, where you have to kind of try to balance all your colors all in one.
I like chaos, but
it's very clever. It's definitely a game that you can pull out to pretty much anybody, and
Yeah, and because it's puzzly and because it's like restricted to a grid, it's definitely got some tug and pull to it. So if you're looking for a quick little abstract strategy game that might hurt some feelings now, then Abstract Academy is definitely something worth checking out. Yeah. But why shouldn't you check it out?
Well, this is funny because I feel like I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite, but I know with some of the other Flatout games, like Point Salad, I'm always like, well, why is the box so big? You can fit, like, all the cards are so like this. Here, I think the box is a little too small, because the cards are literally packing this game away is a challenge.
Yeah, it's
because you can't sleeve these cards. The more that they get played, it might be tougher to get them back in the box. But I do wish the box was a tiny bit bigger. The other element too is if your regular game group is 3 players, then this might not be the game for you, because this is a 2 or 4 player game. So you have to. It's a good for double dates, good for kind of like one-on-one, but it's not good for kind of varying player counts if someone kind of comes in and comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no like range for it. The other thing I would say is like, in a lot of abstract strategy games, my opinion of them is that you have to be able to like plan ahead to be able to do like your next moves. And because you're interacting on the same board, sometimes it can feel really hard to do that. And then because of that, depending on who you are, it can also be really frustrating when you don't achieve your goal.
Or someone takes that and puts some yellow on your side.
So it's a good combination, but because of that, it's a little like, it's something you should be wary about if like that's not how you want to play abstract strategy games. It might not be a game worth checking out.
I am really appreciative that your home rows are protected.
Once they're established.
Yeah. So it's a nice little take on that. So I do appreciate that. Yeah. Well, overall, what do we think?
Pretty cool game. I like it. It's like very vibrant for really only being 3 colors. And it's interesting with the grid interaction and how it can like build out and end up forming your spaces with cards that you may not necessarily have thought you were going to be using. But I am really appreciative of it. I like the goals. I like the personal goals. Yeah.
I love this as a 4-player. The 5x5 grid is so much fun. I think with me, like, it's such a easy game to bring to pretty much any occasion. So it's definitely one of our travel games that we'll bring wherever we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely would recommend. This is not a game that I would ever shy away from, because it's just fun and every experience feels a little different. And as much as strategy you can have in it, it can always be tossed on its head, which I appreciate in games like that, because you can always win Even if it's by sheer luck sometimes.
Yep, and you don't necessarily feel like you're being personally attacked by anybody.
You're just trying to paint.
It's just part of the game.
You're just trying to paint and trying to have a good time.
You're being a creative artist that you were
Creative
meant to
mind.
be. Yeah. Well, for the question of the day, what do we have?
What is your favorite primary color? Yellow, blue, or red? And with that color, what would you paint?
Red.
And what would you paint?
What would I paint?
With just red.
What do you mean? Like,
you only have red, you have to do a painting. What would you paint?
Oh, I would just paint it a bunch of different red stripes. So like, I would just take different hues or maybe even saturations of reds. And
spectrum of red?
Yeah.
What would your painting be called? What would the title be?
Spec red.
Not angry?
Or spectred instead of spectrum.
I think I would do blue, and I would paint a big blueberry. But I don't really like blueberries, so I don't know why I would do that. Maybe it's a expression of anger.
Final answer locked in. That's
anger of blueberries, and it's like my madness.
Oh, so that's not very blue of you.
What does that mean?
Blue is very calm.
And red is very angry. Are you angry?
Yeah, spectred sounds very angry.
Yeah, and blue's just blueberry being splattered on the ground.
Anyways, let us know your favorite primary color down below.
And what you paint with it.
And what you would paint with it.
Thank you so much for watching. We always appreciate you. Give us that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our videos, because it motivates us to do more creative videos.
Exactly.
And check out various games such as Abstract Academy.
Yeah, and let us know, obviously, like if you've played this game, if this is a game that interests you. And until next time, this is us checking out.
Goodbye.
Bye.